Being 7 o'clock, we open up the conservation meeting on November 4th, 7 p.m. This is being recorded by Area 51. And so, present is Ted, Paul, myself, and Caitlin. Can we have a motion to open up 539 Plymouth Street for notice of intent?
I'll make a motion, open 539 Plymouth Street on an NOA hearing.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. All right.
Kyle Devenish, Outback Engineering. So we are proposing a landscape supply and nursery area on Plymouth Street. It's directly next to the post office. There's an existing house on the lot to the east, and with an existing septic system, driveway, typical amenities of a single-family home. We're proposing 24-foot wide gravel driveway with 10 parking spaces, material storage bins, and towards the back, which is the north of the property, a vehicle turnaround, which we modeled for a ladder truck from the fire department, so that it can turn around, make all its turning maneuvers and get out in and out safely. The outside of the gravel driveway area, we have a plant display area. All of our work is proposed outside the 50-foot buffer with a silt fence lining a couple feet off of the buffer, just so that there's no encroachment into the 50. And then to the north, it's about 75 plus or minus 50 to 75 feet from the flagged wetlands. Caitlin walked the site with our wetland scientist Greg, who flagged the site. I'm sure she can speak to that more. We proposed an infiltration basin at the front of the site because the soils were the best there. The sandy soil conditions are rapid infiltration, so we had to do 2 sediment forebays. We proposed a gutter line on the east side of the gravel driveway to collect all the runoff and get it to the basin. And then the basin is designed to hold and infiltrate the 100-year storm. We propose a garden shed, it's 17 by 17, and a porta potty, so there's no on-site sewage. We do have a proposed water service and overhead electricity. The material storage bins are materials like loam and gravel and mulch, and they're just in order to keep them tidy and from washing out anywhere, we have them in bins. And then we have that gutter line prior to getting towards the isolated vegetated wetland, and that'll capture any runoff before getting to any wetlands. And like I said, we're all our proposed work's outside the 50.
Mr. Brennan, if you'd like to follow up on this?
The stormwater is the second part, so
Oh,
NOI
okay, sorry.
first and stormwater.
All right, anyone on the board have any questions about? Should we just go to?
When are we gonna have an order of conditions for that, of the 50-foot?
What about the 50-foot?
The cleanup?
Yeah, so if you want, I can just do a brief summary of the
So
walk
you
we
can
did
start off,
today.
yeah.
So myself, Ted, and Paul went out to the site today just to walk around. So we looked at the area where the infiltration basin is going in, the proposed gravel driveway, and the nursery area. And then we did walk the border vegetated wetlands, which you can see all around
Yeah.
property, and then kind of in the circle here is the isolated wetlands. So we walked those lines. We didn't have any issues with the wetlands flagging. Nothing jumped out at us. The only concern I had when we were walking is we did notice quite a bit of debris in the buffer zones. So I just had mentioned to Paul and Ted while we were walking, perhaps we could discuss as a commission making a special condition to get those debris out of the buffer zones before the issuance of a COC.
This included the 2 trucks that's parked within the
Yes.
50-foot zone as well.
Okay.
Because there's concern that they've still got, antifreeze and
Yep.
all, maybe gasoline in them,
Understandable.
and they're pretty tough shape.
Okay.
Yeah, the 2 trucks were the major things. Paul saw a couple of tires as well. There are just some plastic buckets, things like that. So any debris you find in the buffer zones, just clear that out as you go.
Okay.
Did the highway department, any recommendations?
Yes, so we did get 2 comments from Highway Department and the Fire Department. The Fire Department had concerns about the turnaround, which I know you added to the plan, so that's going to go back to them just to make sure they're okay with it. That's not in our jurisdiction, so
Yeah,
we're
that's
not, that's nothing we condition, but just to put it out there.
And
So
that was
that'll.
designed for a ladder truck, which is the
Gotcha.
largest of their vehicles.
Okay, perfect. And then Highway they wanted a paved apron for the entrance of the property. Again, that's not conservation jurisdiction. I forwarded that to the planning board because that's something that they would handle.
That's
So we're not
perfectly
going to
fine as
condition
well.
anything like that,
We're
but,
fine with that as well.
okay, perfect. Yeah, but other than that, that's all I got for you guys, unless you guys have any questions.
I have no questions on it, at this point. Anyone from the audience have any questions in regards?
Yeah, Howard Randall, 563 Plymouth Street.
What's your address? 553?
560.
63.
We abut the property behind the post office. I just want to know what the next step is. Obviously, this is the final approval of the project. Does this now go to a site plan with the planning board or
Well,
not?
what we're discussing today is make sure the wetlands are protected. Also, we're going to move on to stormwater management, controlling the water, the runoffs, especially when we get to that stage, probably the parking. We don't want going in the street. And they'll explain that later on about the water and the wetlands.
Yeah, but your approval is not a matter of right to proceed with the project.
Yeah, I think it has to go through planning still, right? Or-
Yep, it would go through planning board as
Site
well.
plan.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, our purview is just ensuring that this project meets the Wetlands Protection Act standards and our town bylaws. So that's what we're looking at today, as well as, since it involves stormwater, we have our peer review engineer who reviewed the drainage calcs and the site plan. So our approval is based off of that, and they will have to go through planning board and get proper approval through them as well.
And are they asking for any variances from this board?
From this board, no. So typically, if we do a variance, it's, we have a 50-foot no-touch. They're outside of that 50-foot, so they're not asking for a variance because they don't need one.
Thank you.
Chris Winowitz, 129 Circuit Street.
Hi, Chris.
I was at the planning board meeting when they were there a couple weeks ago discussing this, and one of the bins they had marked was compost. And it's becoming a huge problem in all of New England. Maine has banned it. A lot of the sludge goes and gets processed in Maine and comes back here. Various landscapers, supply yards in the area sell it as compost. It's mixed into the compost. It's contaminating all the town water supplies, runoff from the compost, and even the people that make it, their own recommendations are that it shouldn't be stored in any bins 500 feet from an occupied building, besides the owner of the property. So you got the post office there and other houses. It's got to be at least 100 feet from public roadways. So my concern is with the bin right there in the wetlands, all the runoff with PFAS. If they decide to sell any compost, there's biosolids in it.
All right, I'll ask the gentleman where they plan on storing compost, if they are.
Because various landscapers even sometimes carry both, regular compost and composted biosolids.
Yeah, we want to see where it's located first, I mean.
So I'll point out can I walk up right to the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want me to zoom in a little if I can?
No.
Okay.
So I just I kind of assign these as typical use. The compost I have is in the middle here, probably about 120 feet plus or minus, that's what we're estimating here, from the isolated vegetated. But we're also all right not doing compost there. Like we said, we're just trying to cover the uses.
Mm-hmm.
We can do loam, gravel, mulch, we don't have a problem not doing compost.
Okay.
So it's not guaranteed. We can't really tell them what to put in.
It's-
No.
No.
It's not a deal breaker to not do compost, is the answer.
Gotcha.
All right. Thank you.
Yep.
Go ahead, Chris. Can you step up, please?
So in the future, would there be a condition with the permits not to carry biosolids to protect the wetlands and?
Is that our area?
I guess it depends if the compost was in the 100-foot.
So it's 120 feet out?
That's like one of the biggest supplies to Mass. And down the bottom, it has setbacks.
Okay.
500 feet from an occupied building. Roadway, 100 feet.
Because the more research to find how dangerous it is, and I
Yeah.
think even the finance committee in a meeting a few weeks ago said our elevated PFAS in the town are going up and up, and it might be a huge financial problem in the future with drinking water.
I mean,
Just drinking water.
wouldn't be.
Is it, Chris, is this state regulations or is this just,
That I'm not sure, so I don't know if the town engineer or Massachusetts legislature just too went up to Maine. Maine's banned it.
yeah,
So all the sewage goes up to Maine, they process it, comes back, sells it all over Mass as compost.
Yeah.
They're looking to probably ban it in Mass and other New England states, any use of biosolids anywhere, because it's contaminating everything.
I could add to that, sir.
oh, go right ahead, sir.
So if it's regular compost, it's no big deal, but if it has biosolids.
You already have a huge problem in town with PFAS.
Yeah.
Mr. Peck allowed, during the state allowed 50 tons to the acre to go on the Cumberland Trails in South Halifax. So it will rear its ugly head along with the arsenic that's in that field.
Yeah.
So I think you ought to pay attention to it.
All right. All right, anyone else have any questions or add on to that? So can we ban any compost with this in it?
With the biosolids?
Now, what sort of compost are you going to put in there?
He says them in, go ahead, Nancy.
I'm just gonna do.
Yeah, go ahead.
My name is Sam running around trying to open the place, but
Yeah.
we just gotta do regular compost. Everybody else in town does it. You know what I mean? Like every time, honest to you, I walk not to this meeting for everything else. I'm trying to do this for 1 year. Every time somebody shows up in against their opinion on this, you know what I mean? We're not like not to say, you know what I mean? We're not commercial land. You know what I mean? I'm taking every step they ask me to do, just so you guys know.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And if it's against the law, I'm putting compost in a commercial place. It's against the law. I'm not gonna do it. You know what I mean? But if I have the right to do it, I like to do it. You see what I'm saying? It's just like anybody else in town don't do what I'm trying to do. Like we have like the place. What I'm trying to do. We have another place does the same thing, because I know a couple of places does the same thing what I'm trying to do, and they still do it. If I can't do it, nobody else can do it, I think. That's why I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it in your hands.
Get,
I'm gonna leave it in your guys' hand. If you guys tell me I cannot do it, I'll take anything off that plan. I need to do it to make this work. Just put it this way, anything to make it work, I'll take it off. But let's be fair, like, I just ask you guys' opinion, you four guys' opinion, to be fair with me. Like, if it's something I cannot do it, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not trying to make a problem, I'm just trying to make money.
yep.
You know what I mean? Like, I appreciate it. Like, if you guys think I actually have compost in there, I won't have compost in there.
Well, I don't think, I have to look with council if he can legally
Yes,
tell you
know what I mean?
to
It's
even
like,
do that.
I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna do it if I can't do it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? If it's the law, it's the law. We can't go above the law. You know what I mean? Thank you, I appreciate it.
No, no problem at all. Thank you for
Thank you.
saying what
And that would be a natural, where his nursery area and plants, and he's not gonna be bringing in biosolids, just by the nature of the site, but if it's a condition of it, if you can, I don't even know if it's possible. Obviously, we're open to not having biosolid compost.
We're open to change anything we have to change.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's-
perhaps we can condition,
no biosolids.
you can have compost, but ensure that it does not have the biosolids in it. I think that's, because what Chris provided us, what we would be concerned with is the surface water and the drinking water.
Yeah.
I know it says that the occupied building, things like that, that's not in our purview per se, but certainly the surface water and the public drinking water would be.
Yeah, and they're up for, they don't have
Mind
an
if I take
objection
a
for
look?
us to have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see who it came from.
And just so you guys know, if I have to change like this, like people don't think that property is big, but you guys walk through it, it's a big property. If I need to change anything to be far from any building, from anywhere, I'll change it. I just like to be fair, you know what I mean? Like, you know, if I'm not supposed to put compost there, I won't do it. You know what I mean? If it's something, but nobody else can do either, you know what I mean? Just, I think, you know what I mean? Like, you know, if I can't do it, it's just like, you know, it's very simple. I think, this is my thing, you know what I mean? But, you know, you guys are the one to make the decision, you know? I appreciate it.
No, no.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's,
who's the applicant?
Me?
Yeah.
And is he the current owner of the property? He's not. Will that be subdivided off the house lot?
Potentially.
Yeah, it's already separated, that block, it's commercial and residential.
It's zoned.
Yes.
It's zoned different.
No, but she's part
We'll
of
learn
it.
after the planning process.
Pardon?
We'll learn after the planning process.
Yeah. It has to be.
If it does.
Yeah, thank you.
yeah, no problem. Thank you, Chris, for this information.
And I just wanted to state, I'm not against the business or regular compost.
Yeah, you're just worried
It's
about the
just protecting,
biosolids.
since that's becoming such a big problem, and there are multiple producers. That's one I know particularly that's sold around here at a couple places.
Okay.
And in fact, this September, some of their processing sites in Maine just got shut down because they've turned into Superfund sites from the PFAS and the sludge that's in it.
Yeah, I have no objections to
So-
add this to the special order conditions, no biosolids on the property, and
And it might
The
be,
new person-
it might
the
be
person who wants
banned
to-
soon in Mass too, so.
yeah, and the person who's doing the project has no objection to that,
Yeah.
so that's very good.
Are you bringing in dyed mulch, the black and the red dyed mulch?
Yeah,
Yes. No much?
I have a problem with the black and the red mulch, because it leaches, it's a dye. And I think that the red dye is a number 2. And the black, I can't remember the number, but that leaches into
But
surface water
some
and
of the
everything.
I can get the ones, if I have to get the one that's not dyed, I can try to, I can get that, the one that has no color on it. This just costs a little bit more
Yeah,
money.
just ordinary dye.
Yeah, it just costs a little bit more money, but if I have to do that too, I have no problem doing that. If I have to use natural mulch, like a brown, but the black mulch, all black mulch has dye in it.
Oh, I know, and it's not a good dye.
Yeah, but they all has it.
I understand that.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I'm just like, you know,
yeah, let people,
yeah, yes, but, yeah, if we have to do anything to change in the mulch side, I'm not really concerned about mulch anyways, because my friends are gonna plant this. Now, you know what I mean, if I have to change anything on compost or mulch, we can review that, that's not a big deal, you know?
We also put our storage bins the furthest from the 100-foot buffer that we could, to keep everything away from.
Yeah, I was gonna say, keep in mind that they're not laying this out on site, it'll be in the storage bins for
Oh, I
sale, so
understand.
yeah.
It'll be contained into the storage bin.
And they gotta be concrete.
We had it as gravel underneath, but, concrete sides, yes, yes.
Yep.
And I'm gonna put asphalt under them, just for the, so I don't take the gravel with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With asphalt underneath.
Any other questions from the audience?
One more.
Okay, right ahead, sir.
Through you to the petitioner, are they planning to grow the crop there, or are they going to bring in
From other
already?
places? They can answer that.
And will they be using fertilizers and any other sprays, insecticides?
You're the,
Yes, I'm buying most of my plants already from a supplier down in South Carolina.
okay,
I probably plant some back there in that open space. I probably do some small ones there, but my goal is getting the plants already, pretty much ready to go. You know what I mean? Like if we use the fertilizer, B19, like regular fertilizer actually I can't put anything to kill because if I kill my money. You know, it's gonna be something to the plants to grow. It's for 19, like 19, some starter fertilizer, that type of stuff. You know what I mean? So,
And that would be a localized plant by plant.
but yes.
That wouldn't be like spreading out
No,
fertilizer
we
across the
perform
site.
Plant by plant, you know what I mean?
So you're gonna bring the plant in containers?
Yeah, they usually come on a truck, you know what I mean? Like when the
They're the Bolden
I do
bag?
the big plants like the green giant, the apple violet, those type of thing I'm looking to do. Not the small really. I do a lot already. You know, it's like they come in the pots, or they come on the root crops. You know what I mean? Those type of things. Like hydrangeas come in a pot, and yeah,
It'll be localized, not
yeah,
spread out over the whole site is
Yeah.
the important part. It's going to be like a root ball or
yeah,
a pot.
yeah.
I don't have any trouble with that.
okay. Paul?
All set?
Do we have to hear from Stormwater, or do we approve this first?
So NOI first, so we would vote to,
Vote on this?
yes.
With the
And-
special order conditions with no biosolids?
Yes, and then you'd have to open the stormwater after that, because
Yeah,
they're
okay.
technically two separate.
So we'll just do this. Motion to close the hearing on 539 Plymouth Street?
I'll make a motion.
To close the hearing. Do I have a second to close the hearing?
Second.
All right, all in favor to close the hearing?
Aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it, we close the hearing. All right, any other discussion on the board? No? All right, can I have a motion to approve the notice of intent for 539 Plymouth Street with the special order conditions with no biosolids on the property?
I'll make a
And-
motion.
And,
So the no biosolids, as well as just cleaning up the debris in the
oh, the
buffer
debris, yeah.
zones.
And also clean up the debris on the property.
I'll make a motion for 539 Plymouth Street, with
Special order conditions,
the special conditions that there's to be no
biosolids,
biosolids
and cleaning up the debris
and cleaning up all
Which
the
ones?
debris and the
In the buffer
removal of those
in the buffer zone, yeah.
in the buffer zone. And there's 2 trucks that's got to be moved.
All right, do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, all set on that. All right, can we have a motion to up the hearing for 539 Plymouth Street, the stormwater management?
I'll make a motion for 539 Plymouth Street for stormwater management.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Kyle Devenish, Outback Engineering. Do you want to do the whole
The-
summary again? Or?
Just the
I guess
stormwater
just the
management,
stormwater, yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
part of it.
So we have the proposed 24-foot, and it actually varies. As I was talking earlier, I noticed that it varies by the parking spaces. It goes out to like 30 or something. It's gravel drive. It's all pitched to the easterly portion of that gravel drive, collected in a gutter line, and then directed to an infiltration basin, which is designed per stormwater management standards. It's rapid infiltration. We found nice sandy soil in that corner from the test pits we did. It sits 4 feet above the groundwater for stormwater management, and because of the rapid infiltration, we have 2 sediment forebays, so the water flows down the gutter line into the first forebay, comes over a gravel filter into the second forebay, and then comes into the infiltration basin. And again, that's sized for the 100-year storm, and it's the NOAA Atlas 14 calculations. And it contains and infiltrates the 100-year storm, meets groundwater recharge, total suspended solid removal.
Thank
The
you.
gist of it. Thank you.
Mr. Brennan?
Pat Brennan, PGB Engineering. I peer reviewed this for the commission. I submitted a letter last week with only 6 comments related to the stormwater. Kyle had revised the plans and the drainage calculations to address those comments. The first comment Kyle just mentioned was the NOAA Atlas. It's the larger rainfall. Your regulations require that you use that rainfall data. So they did update it to use that data. For your information, that data is, obviously it reflects the more current rainfalls that we're seeing, with higher rainfall events, more intensity, so they're larger rainfalls than what designs used to be based on. So this is more up to date. So your regulations are good in the fact that they're up to date with that. He added a detail for a gravel filter, which is between the 2 forebays in the 2 sediment forebays. I asked that he put filter fabric under the construction entrance and exit, which they did on the detail. I asked him to specify the size of the riprap and the gravel layers. And as Kyle mentioned, the gravel driveway is all pitched to the east, so it's to the right as you look at the plan. And he's got a gravel berm along there. What I asked is that they show the loam on the outside of that berm coming right up to the top of the berm, so it just doesn't get pushed off, and then the berm disappears, and then all the runoff just goes off that way. So they did that. They changed the detail to show that. So that addressed that comment. And then, my other comment was just informational and basically telling you that the storage volume in that infiltration basin is greater than the equivalent of 1 inch of runoff from all proposed impervious surfaces. With his analysis, he was a little conservative because he considered all of the gravel impervious. It's semi-impervious, but it is still a little bit pervious. But he's treating it as if it's all asphalt. So it's actually a conservative design. So they meet your stormwater regulations in terms of when you retain the first 1 inch of runoff from all impervious surfaces on site, it meets your regulations for the TSS, for the total suspended solids removal, as well as the phosphorus removal and nitrogen removal. So it takes care of all of that by retaining that on site. So it does comply with the stormwater regulations that you have. I'd be happy to answer any questions if there are any.
When it comes to the water, everything would be contained on the site? Nothing running into the street?
Correct. Yeah, it's pitched from the street. There's a low point. There's a low point right here, actually. It pitches from here to there, and then from there to there, and then it runs to that first forebay, and the second one, and then... And I know Kyle had mentioned to me prior to the meeting, it was brought up in the notice of intent hearing that the highway surveyor wanted the entrance apron to be paved, which I agree with, because it'll help prevent tracking of the gravel out onto the road.
That goes with planning? Do you have to?
It's planning, and I reviewed it for planning too, so.
Yeah. So in your opinion, this, obviously, all your questions were answered and concerns were addressed?
Correct.
Anyone from the board have any questions on it? Caitlin, anything to add?
No questions for me?
All right. Anyone from the audience regarding the stormwater on this project? All right. Seeing no questions, give a motion to close the hearing on 539 stormwater management.
I'll make a motion to close the meeting on 539 Plymouth Street for the stormwater management.
Second.
Okay, we have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Can I
Caitlin,
make a comment before we approve? Just in past stormwater approvals, typically we do a special condition for Pat Brennan to do the inspections.
Okay. All right, can we have a motion to approve 539 Plymouth Street, stormwater management with the special order of conditions with Mr. Brennan to do site visits and inspections?
I'll make a motion for 539 Plymouth Street for Mr. Brennan to do the site.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Yeah, no problem, thank you.
Thanks, Pat.
Thanks, Pat, for doing that. Yeah, I can do that. All right, next on the agenda, discussions and if actions need to be taken. 98 Walnut Street, complaint regarding
Philip Tringali.
work on the front, and it's within the 100 feet of wetlands across the street?
Yes, so let me just hold this up for reference. Here we go. All right, 98's right here. So we received a complaint, a phone call complaint from Philip Tringali with concern that there were wetlands being filled in on the property itself, along with a natural spring. So myself, Ted, and Paul went out there, not last week, but the week before.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, yep. Just to check it out. We didn't see any signs of a natural spring, so no concerns with that. As you can see, I pulled up Mass Mapper. It doesn't show any wetlands on the property itself, but there are wetlands across the street. And what has happened, what we saw, I can pull up an aerial photograph. Let's see. Doesn't want to load. Try this one. Okay, here we go. That's not what I wanted. All right, for some reason it doesn't want to pull up, but basically I can go back
Yeah, across the street.
to Mass Mapper.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, there's wetlands across the street. And the work that was done is in this front of the property right here, they put down some wood chips. And based on the aerial photographs, it looks like some trees came down as well. And there was a wet spot over here on the property, so potentially wetlands, but we do have evidence of wetlands here per Mass Mapper. So the wood chips that came down and the trees that came down are within the 100-foot of the wetlands across the street. So that's kind of why we're talking about this today. I did send out a letter to the property owner just to have them come in and discuss what went on and, you know, how we can sort of rectify the situation.
Yeah.
Is anybody here for 98 Walnut?
No.
Okay. So I'm hoping
You get a
they reach
response.
out, yeah, because I stated in the letter, you know, what the violation is, and to just come into a meeting, call me to schedule to come into a meeting. So perhaps we can wait till the next meeting, see if they reach out.
Yeah.
And
And
we
whatever
take it
way
from
you think
there.
is necessary to go forward to grab their attention,
Excuse me?
I have no problem with that.
Okay.
Anyone else have an issue with moving Caitlin's hands? If we need to take a step forward, we will.
Yeah, so I can put this on our next agenda,
That's for the 25th.
and see if they come in, yeah.
Okay. All right. Next thing on our discussions is 8th Ave, a complaint by Jeremy Gillespie.
Yeah, so this came in by Jeremy Gillespie, and this was concern with work that took place within 100 feet of the pond. So it looked like some soil was put down, and we do have the property owner here tonight just to discuss this with us. So
Okay.
if you want to come up and just,
Good evening. Would you like to see the pictures that I showed?
sure,
you?
if you could just, your name and your
My
address,
name,
just for the record.
Eusebio Oliveira, 2 8th Ave. We bought the property across the street, which is the 9 8th Ave.
You can bring them up and show these gentlemen. I already saw them earlier.
Pretty much is the waterway. I have a 15 to 20 feet drop to the lake from this property. And I loomed 3 to 4 inches of loom on the whole property to put grass down because they told me it wouldn't grow any grass unless this property was overgrown. The lady that owned it passed away and nobody had cleared it for 7 years. It had all leaves, brush, everything there. We cleared it all up. And all the vegetation is still by the waterway all the way up the hill. And this is along the fence. I kept all the same terrain as it was before along the fence. My neighbor, we just cleaned it all up there and kept it all loomed the same way. This is a good picture right here with the loom when it first came down all there. These are pictures from the bottom coming up the hill from the water to show. I mean, it didn't go close to the water there. I tried, because the property goes up the hill and then it goes down. I tried to put all the loom down before it went up so that my mind didn't do any runoff, just to put the water. And taller picture. Like I was telling Caitlin, we were planning on having it loomed and seeded and hydro-seeded, but the last couple of weeks where all the rain came off, the landscaper said, don't do it because you're going to be wasting your money right now, and it wasn't cheap. It was like $3,000 for the whole project. We also have trees that we were going to be putting arborvitaes on both sides of the property to fill it all back in because it does look big because it's just all there, and we live right next door, so we wanted some privacy there too. So we were going to be putting all that in. Like I said, the landscaper said it's going to be towards the spring because right now it's just too far into the winter. But whatever needs to be done, I mean, I gladly will do it. I didn't have any malice to. I was just wanted the green lawn for my kids. My son's buying. Well, we bought the house for my son. He's going to be moving there with my grandkids. So we just wanted a clean slate for the grandkids to play around. So whatever needs to be done. I spoke with Kyle here. If I need any engineering, if I have to hire anybody, he's willing to help me, whatever needs to be done. So.
Yeah, going forward, you're on a lake, you're within, obviously, the distance of the lake.
Exactly.
If you plan on ever doing anything again around that area, come to conservation, call Caitlin,
Absolutely.
run things by her.
I don't plan, I mean, my house is immaculate next door. I have a beautiful grass. That's the same thing I wanted for that one. I don't plan on doing anything. We like the neighborhood nice and neat the way it is, so that's why I was doing this, just to kind of beautify my backyard a little bit.
Did you take down any plants or anything? Or?
Everything was just like overgrown shrubs that were along, like I said, the fence there and all, by the roadway. The roadway had a lot of like shrubs there along the whole roadway because it was all overgrown this way into the road.
Would you object for us to ask you to put some more shrubs back in what you took out? Oh,
Absolutely not.
okay.
I mean, like I said, I just want the yard to look nice. So if it needs more shrubs and you decide it needs it here and there, whatever you need, I would gladly do.
Yeah, I have no issue. I think maybe a site visit would be needed to get a better idea to walk on it, to see what he possibly needs. Then we'll get back to him and have him.
All right. I know one of the things on the letter said that I didn't have any silk fence along there.
Yeah.
If that's something that I need to do right away.
Maybe when you're possibly doing some more work like the shrubs or something, we'll
You
We'll
know,
go by that.
Yeah, if you need me to do that right away, that's something that I can go out and buy and just put down if that's something that would help in any way.
What does the board think about that?
So,
Prevent runoff until he gets this.
yeah, it would be beneficial just
Right.
until you get the site stabilized so nothing's running.
Once you
All
get
right.
a seed.
I mean,
Sorry, my voice is doing something
I can
weird.
do it where it dips out to my neighbor's yard. I can run it along the whole front of it so it keeps away from the water.
Yeah.
And if I need, I can do some along my neighbor's fence there, if that's what you'd like.
Does it slope down to your neighbor's fence? Or?
Yeah, it goes, the whole property
Yeah, I
slopes
suggest
down.
that, because, yeah, any kind
Yeah,
of
it
slope.
slopes down to my neighbor's fence. So if you'd like me to do that, I'd gladly go do that.
Yeah, I think that'd be a great idea. Any other suggestions?
That's it.
Anyone from the audience here in regards to 9th, 8th Ave? I was going to say 8th, 9th. but yeah.
I know, I get confused too.
I get confused all the time sometimes to myself.
Yeah. No questions? Yeah, I don't see a problem. We'll do a site visit to make sure, okay, we
Okay.
want some shrubs built.
There's something. when you
Maybe
do
in the
it-
spring, most likely. This time of year might be kind of tough.
Oh, okay. If you want to hold off.
But
till
they're
the
going to
spring.
silk fence up
I'll
though.
put the silk fence up now for the winter.
Yeah.
And when did you like to come by? Now or the spring when I stop hydro seeding?
It's up to Caitlin.
Oh, we could set something up now, just walk the property and
Okay, something, you
just
want me to be
discuss,
there?
yeah.
With something?
Yeah, that would be
best.
good, yeah.
Okay.
Discuss.
I can leave you my number, just call me.
Yeah, that'd be
'cause
perfect.
I work right around the corner, well, Brockton, but I'm around any time you'd like.
All right, thank you very
Perfect.
much. Yeah, we'll set something up.
And do you have any questions for us?
No, pretty much just whatever
Yeah,
needs
just-
to be done at this
Yeah.
point, whatever you need me to do.
I know you wanted to clean it up and everything, but it's
Yeah.
near the lake.
I understand
Things
that.
go
That
off
was
into
my
the-
fault for not being a little more proactive, but I honestly thought it was just looming, I was grassing, I wasn't going above and beyond anything crazy.
Okay. All
But my apologies, and whatever needs to be done, I gladly will do.
right, thank you very much for
All right.
coming in.
Appreciate it, thank you so
Would
much.
like my number, Caitlin, or-
Yeah, if you could just write it down.
Yeah, don't say it on the,
You can just write it on here. Gotcha. Gotcha.
All right,
Thank you so
very
much
for coming in.
again. We appreciate it.
Here's your pictures.
Here's your pictures.
Did you want your pictures?
Yeah.
All right, moving on. 111 River Street, we were talking about this about a month ago, 2 months ago, I think, about site visits from ecosystems. They've been going out every other week.
Yeah, I just wanted to put this back in front of us, because a few months ago, we discussed Ecosystems, who is our peer review consultant, was going out there every week to check up on the site. And things kind of slowed down over there. They weren't finding as many munitions out there in the soil. So the commission opted to bump that down to bi-weekly site visits. And at this point, things have significantly slowed down. And I did check in with Ecosystems, and their update was all is quiet at the site. Very little is coming out of the ground now. Their process is to go back to recheck their work, which is what they're doing the last couple of weeks. The site is cleaned up very nicely. The next step will be to hydro seed as soon as possible. It's still warm enough to get the seed to come up. We're still on every other week for site inspections. So at this point, I just wanted to discuss as a commission, do you want to continue the bi-weekly inspections where it's, pretty slow? Or do we want to maybe discuss changing it to kind of as needed, like if something significant changes on the site, we need to go back out there and take a look along with Ecosystems, or I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts and,
Yeah, I have no problem with
That's
that.
unfair.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
he keeps in communication with the ecosystem, so if something does come up, he doesn't mind him going out, so. I have no objection to, I probably have to make a motion to revise the site visits.
Yes.
Okay. All right, I put a motion, can we have a motion for 111 River Street to revise the every other week visits to as needed?
I'll make a motion for 111 River Street to revise the
Every other week?
from
Bi-weekly to
every
as
other
needed.
week until as
As needed.
required.
Yeah. Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, next on the agenda, I think we have gotten them by email. Fee schedules. Vote to approve updated fee schedules with stormwater management fees added. Everyone get a chance to look at the fees? And,
I had a quick look at them.
yeah, any questions on it?
No,
I just object to Caitlin's $75 of his.
You know?
I have no objection to the revised, updated fees.
schedule?
Yeah. Okay, can we have a motion to approve the revised fees schedule?
I'll make a motion for the fee schedule
Revised.
for the revised fee schedule.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Oh, wait, second the motion? Second, all in favor? Aye. Sorry, jumping again.
And then I'll jump in quick because we have a trench permit before us to sign off on through the building department at 63 Paradise Lane. Sorry, my voice is going in and out apparently. So they are moving a fire hydrant, and it's in the same area, just going slightly to the east of where it's already at. Let me just pull it up. Because they submitted all documentation through OpenGov, which is the building department permit website. So let me just pull up the site plan. Okay, so the current location is this red dot here. That's where the hydrant is, and they're going to relocate it where this black dot is. So just to make sure, whether it's in our jurisdiction or not, I did go on Mass Mapper, and it's about 160 feet from the pond, so really no concern on our end. I just wanted to bring this to your attention, perhaps get a vote for council, because they were asking about it, so I just said I would bring
Yeah, I
this
have no
before you
objection
tonight.
to cover our end to make
Okay.
proposals who approve the moving of the fire hydrant, is it?
Yeah, so this is for a trench permit approval.
Trench permit, okay. Can we have a motion to approve 63 Paradise Lane, trench
Permit.
permit? Can I have a motion for that?
I'll make a motion for 63 Paradise Lane.
Trench permit. Do we have a second? Is it trench or?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it
Trench
came in
permit.
as
Yep,
for the building department.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Got that? All right, next on the thing is to approve bills. Can we have a,
Oh, my goodness.
yeah, can we have a motion to approve the bills?
I'll make a motion to approve the bills.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Aye. All right. Okay, we'll get those out. Bills approved. Okay. Did everyone get a chance to look at the meeting minutes for October 14th?
I did.
Everyone okay with that on the board? Everyone's all set? Can I have a motion to approve October 14th,
I'll make a motion.
2025 meeting minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve the October 14th, 2025 meeting minutes.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, we just have to sign bills. Do we have a thing to sign the bills?
Did you come
Or did we sign them already?
I think you signed them already.
All right.
Yeah, because you came in the office.
Yeah, I did, but everyone else?
I guess that was enough because Peggy didn't put it on the.
Yeah, no problem at all. Anything else to be discussed, or we approved the minutes?
Yep, I think that's the end of it.
That's the end. Okay, can we have a motion to adjourn at 7:49 PM?
I'll make a motion to adjourn at 7:49 PM.
Do you have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Adjourned. Oh, that's a terrible quote.
You, with authority.
I don't want to hurt Chris's ears with the mic.